G'day kids, make sure you hit the subscribe button, that way you won't miss out on any of the new videos that come out. Until then, enjoy this one.
Ozzie, 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 oi! Ozzie is a friend of yours and he's a friend of mine.
G'day Ozzie. G'day Ozzie. G'day Ozzie. G'day Ozzie.
G'day kids, Ozzie here. Now who loves bouncing on a trampoline? I do too. But did you know that you can do trampolining as an actual sport? That's right, and if you work hard and get really, really good, you could even go to the Olympics. How good would that be? Today we're going to learn all about the sport of trampoline gymnastics, or trampolining. And then the fun part, we're going to go along to Sydney Gymnastics Centre to learn some of the moves and see two of Australia's best trampoline athletes in action. This is going to be super fun. So come on kids, let's get bouncing. Trampolining is one of the three disciplines in the sport of gymnastics. The others are artistic gymnastics and rhythmic gymnastics. In trampolining, some athletes can spring as high as 10 metres, which is about the height of 3 buses stacked on top of each other. It's crazy. And they can do it while performing spins and somersaults, which makes it one of the most amazing spectacles to watch. But to be able to jump that high, you need to learn the basics first, of course. When you're really little, you can start by doing what's called kinder gym, which teaches you simple skills, which then lead you onto gymnastics and trampolining. Skills like jumping, rolling, spinning, balancing, hanging and climbing, and you get to use all sorts of gymnastics equipment, including the trampoline. When you get a little bit older, around the age of 5, you can start doing trampolining as a sport. Trampoline gymnastics is split up into levels, and you start at level 1, you get right through to level 10. Level 1 involves a routine of basic moves, which includes seat landing, up to feet, tuck jump, half turn, and straddle jump. Keep watching later to see if Ozzie can complete level 1. Then, when you get more advanced and you start working your way through those levels, you learn moves like twists and somersaults, and you can even start combining them. It's super fun and very impressive. Anyway kids, I'm super keen to go and meet Kyra, Ward and Dominic Clarke, two of Australia's very best trampoline athletes. They're going to teach us more about this amazing sport. So come on, let's go.
Ozzie, 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 oi! Ozzie is a friend of yours and he's a friend of mine.
G'day Ozzie. G'day Ozzie. G'day Ozzie. G'day Ozzie.
G'day kids, Ozzie here. Now I reckon this is going to be super fun because we've come down to Sydney Gymnastics Centre and we're going to learn all about the Olympic sport of trampoline gymnastics, or trampolining. Now I reckon a lot of you kids love to bounce on the trampoline at home or in places like Flip Out, but did you know that you can do it as an actual sport? And if you work really, really hard and get really, really good, you could go to the Olympics. Now we're going to go downstairs and meet two of Australia's best trampoline athletes, Dominic and Kyra, who are trying to do exactly that, to make it to the Olympics and represent Australia in trampolining. How good would that be? And let's get downstairs and see if we can have a turn at those awesome looking trampolines. Let's go kids. Kids, I'm down here now with Dom and Kyra, who I believe are two of the best athletes in Australia at trampoline gymnastics. Is that right?
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having us. Dom, nice to meet you. Kyra, nice to meet you. Say hi to the kids.
Thanks. Hi, kids.
Where did you start when you got into trampolining? Did you just come on as a kid, jump straight on the trampoline and start doing flips?
No, well, I originally started in kinder gym. So my parents put me into a program. I was running around on the floor, climbing on the beams, jumping off boxes, all that kind of thing. That got me into gymnastics, artistic gymnastics. And then I eventually decided jumping on the trampoline was more fun. Yeah. So when I was around 7, I transitioned into trampoline gymnastics.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And what about yourself, Kyra?
I'm a bit similar. So I'm one of 5 and I was at home and just annoying my mum, jumping, climbing on everything. So she put me into kinder gym program, similar age to Dom when I was about 3 years old.
For the kids at home, and for me, because I'm new to this, what's kinder gym?
Kinder gym is basically 18-month-olds to around 5-year-olds, and they come in and you get to have sing songs and play games, and then it lets you give any chance that you want to try any of the equipment.
I
so
like
you can
that.
hang on the bars, jump into the pit, jump on the trampolines, yeah.
Yep.
So
And then from there you can figure out what you like.
Exactly,
And then you
yeah.
can decide to specialise in trampoline or anything else.
Yeah, a lot of the time kinder gym coaches as well will scout. So they'll see kids that are quite strong and very eager to learn or give things a go, and then they kind of move into particular programs.
But gymnastics can be any level for the rest of your life. We have athletes that do gymnastics after school until they turn 18, which is great at any level that they want to. So.
Yeah, fantastic. So you don't need to strive to be the best. You just got to enjoy what you're doing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. How long have you been into trampolining for?
I've been doing trampolining for 17 years now. Yep, so my coach originally trialled me when I was 7, and she's been my coach all the way through now that I'm 23. So
Fantastic. That's a long journey.
it's a really long time.
Yep, so you must be really good.
Yep, I'd say so.
And the fact that you're wearing an Australian outfit there suggests that you are probably one of the best in Australia and potentially the world, maybe going for the Olympics. Is this true?
Yeah, I'm lucky enough that I've been given the opportunity to represent my country lots of times. I've been to lots of national championships. The sport's taken me all over the world, so it's really awesome, yeah.
That's fantastic. So kids, Dom started in kinder gym and now 17 years later, and a whole lot of hard work, I imagine, and you're representing Australia
Yep.
and aspirations of going to the Olympics. It's pretty special.
Yeah.
Brilliant. And Kyra, how long have you been doing trampolining for?
Not as long as Dom. I've been doing it for about 10 years now, just trampoline gymnastics, and I'm the same as Dom. So pretty much after my first year of gymnastics, I kind of just, trampolining, I just did rec trampolining. And then from there, I went into like a more of a high performance squad, and I've had the same coach up until now as well. So we're very lucky to have the community and the support that we have with our coaches, and every time we come to training, it's like we're basically hanging out with our friends every day. So it's really awesome that we're at the elite and the high performance aspect of it, but we've got such a good and supportive community as well.
Perfect.
It's such a fun sport.
It's really fun.
So I've seen a little bit of trampolining before, and I know that you two can jump really, really high and do some very impressive tricks. Dom, what's your favourite trick?
I like my triple somersaults. I like how it feels to flip 3 times in the air over and land back on my feet.
Flip 3 times in the air.
So I jump up, I flip 3 times, 1, 2, 3, and I land back on my feet.
That's incredible. Now, when you're doing that, do you ever get lost when you're up in the air and not know where to land?
No, so we've got a big red cross in the middle of the trampoline, and between my 3 somersaults, I look at the cross. When I've seen it 3 times, I know that I have to land. Wow. So, yeah.
Sounds pretty simple.
Yeah, it sounds pretty simple.
And Kyra, I think that you'd be pretty good on a trampoline at home. Do you ever go to parties or go to people's houses and just jump on their trampoline and then do some incredibly impressive trick?
You know, whenever I'd say whenever we go to parties or gatherings, that's probably one of the first things that we get asked. We get asked to do a flip, and generally the answer is no, just because we spend so long in the gym, so many hours in the gym. Whenever we leave the gym, that's like our rest time, and we don't really want to do it. But I think that maybe I would have chucked a few back somersaults or flicks in the school playground when I was a bit younger.
Nice, but you got to be careful, because the last thing you want to do is try and impress someone on a home trampoline and do an injury.
Absolutely.
And ruin your chances for
sure.
the Olympics. Yeah. Now, Dom, I've seen you jump, what is it, 8 to 10 metres high?
Yep. So around 8 to 10 metres high when I'm at full height. I take about 8 to 10 jumps to get up there. And then once I'm at the top, I spend around 2 seconds in the air.
Wow, so you're pretty much flying.
Yeah, it feels like you're flying.
So this trampoline looks a little bit different to the ones we were talking about that they do have at home. What makes it different?
So this trampoline is a lot bigger than the ones that you have at home, and obviously the ones at home you usually have nets. We don't have any nets, we just have mats that surround the trampoline for safety reasons. We also have a lot larger and stronger springs and smaller strings on the bed, which make you jump really high. So the trampolines are actually really bouncy. When people first jump on the trampoline, they'll often fall on their bottoms, or their feet will come out from under them, just because they are so much more bouncier than the ones just a backyard trampoline.
Okay. So if you're going to get into trampolining, you probably don't want to go too crazy at home. You want to actually join a club, get into kinder gym, work your way through, and then get on a proper trampoline.
Yeah, for sure.
Some of these tricks that you guys do look incredibly impressive, but I imagine they're pretty dangerous, and if you come off the trampoline, it's probably going to hurt. But what are some of the things that you do to make sure that you're safe and ready, prepared to do those kind of jumps?
So when kids first come into a trampoline programs, we actually get them on the trampoline and doing flips straight away. So that's why they want to come and do trampolining.
That's the fun part.
Yeah, they want to do somersaults, they want to do flips. So we'll get them on the trampoline, and everything that we do is hand spotted at the start, and we have safety mats as well, just so that everything is really stable and safe. So we'll hand spot them doing their flips, and we'll go into the pit and they'll do flips over there, and it's just a steady progression. So each training session they'll for the first week they'll do it with a spot, and then they'll slowly start to take the spot away.
Okay. So a spot means someone just helping them.
Yeah, so we actually
support
grab them,
them.
depending on how small. If they're coming from kinder gym, they're quite tiny, so we can quite literally just flip them around. They're actually not doing any of it. We can just throw them around, and they'll land on their feet, and they'll come out and they'll be so amazed that they've just done a flip.
Yeah, cool. And you mentioned a pit. What's the pit?
Well, we've got a really big foam pit over there,
Okay.
which is basically just a trampoline with an elastic band on the end, and then a really big hole with lots of foam in it.
Okay.
So you can land on your back, you can land on your side, and it doesn't matter because it's foam, it's squishy, it's soft, and we do a lot of when we're learning new skills, we do all of our drills into there.
Okay, so you can learn how to flip and maybe not land perfectly because you're going to be safe when you land in the foam pit.
Safe, and it builds your confidence as well because you know that you're going to be safe.
And I reckon it is going to be a whole lot of fun, so hopefully you can take me over there a bit later and
Oh, yeah.
try that out as well. You guys have told me a whole lot about this. I'm very, very excited. I want to get on those trampolines and see if I can do some tricks. Can we go and try?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, let's get stuck in. Let's go, kids. All right. Oh, it's very bouncy.
Yeah, so that red cross there, that's where you want to stay.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can start jumping.
Wow.
Good job. Make sure arms touch the roof when you jump up. There you go.
And am I going forwards or backwards, Kyra? With my
Backwards.
arms.
Your arms are correct. Good job.
Very good. This is fun.
Now, do you know how to stop?
Nope. How do I turn this thing off?
All right, so you're gonna land, and you're gonna land in like a motorbike shape. Beautiful, good job.
Okay, Kyra, I'm pretty excited to get into the level 1 routine. I believe you're going to explain things and Dom's going to show me, is that right?
That's correct. So in a level 1 routine, you're actually going to do 5 skills together. So the first skill that you're going to do is called a seat landing. So in a seat landing, you're going to jump up, your fingertips are going to touch the roof, and then you bring your feet in front to land on your bottom.
Whoa, can you do that again, Dom? I missed
Arms
it.
up, pike your legs, and seat landing. So when you land in your seat landing, make sure that your hands are right next to your hips.
Right.
All right, give it a go.
And do I need to go that high as well?
No, you don't have to go that high.
All right, so. Whoa,
Very nice.
cool. How'd I go?
Very good.
Awesome.
So the second skill that you're going to do right after the seat landing is called a tuck jump.
A tuck jump.
Yep, so Dom's going to show you what a tuck jump looks like. Up, and he's going to touch his knees, and then he's going to kick out. So you jump up, you get into your shape, and then you kick out.
Kick out like that?
Yep,
Pointed toes.
pointed toes.
Oh, thanks, mate. All right, let's see if Ozzie can do that one.
Nice.
Yeah?
Yeah, good. Yeah, it's motorbike landing. Good
Motorbike
remembering.
landing. I like that one.
So the next skill that you're going to do, this one's a little bit tricky. You can get a little bit off balance with this one, so it's very important that we're spotting.
Okay.
So the next one is a half turn. So he's going to jump up, and he's going to go from facing that direction to the other direction. So you need to look over that way now and just spot something on the wall,
Okay. Yep.
and you're going to look for that thing when you do your turn.
Okay, and does it matter which way I turn?
Up to you, whichever way feels most natural for you.
All right. Let's everyone do it, kids.
Nice. Got a little off balance at
Yeah,
the
I
end,
did.
so if you keep your arms on your ears and you take a nice slow turn, it'll probably be a little bit more controlled. But otherwise, for the first one, very good.
Cool.
The last skill that you're going to do is a straddle jump.
Straddle jump.
So straddle jump can be a little bit challenging sometimes because you have to have a bit of flexibility. So it's similar to the tuck jump, you're going to jump up, but instead of your knees being bent in front of you, they're going to go straight to the side and you have to try and touch your toes.
I don't know if Ozzie is quite as flexible as Dom, but let's see if we can do it.
Oh, that was pretty good.
Motorbike.
Motorbike, yes, good remembering.
I like it. This is great fun. So that's the 5 moves.
Yes. So now what we're going to do is we're going to try and put them all together.
Wow, that sounds tricky.
Yes.
All right,
Dom, do you want to show all together first?
let's go, Dom.
All right, so we've got seat landing, up to feet, tuck jump, half turn, straddle jump, out bounce, and motorbike landing. Very good, nice, Dom.
Great job, Dom. You make it look so easy. All right, so the first one,
Seat landing, up to feet,
up to feet,
tuck jump,
tuck jump,
half turn,
half turn,
straddle jump.
straddle jump. All right, let's see if I can do it, kids. Seat landing, whoa, up to feet, tuck jump.
Yep, half turn,
Half turn.
straddle jump.
Woo. How did I go?
You did okay.
Bit wobbly?
Bit wobbly.
Hey, you're going to be
Good
like that
for
as
the
a beginner, aren't
Yeah, exactly. Very good for the first time.
you? Awesome. I reckon I'm going to give it another turn. I think I've got some improvement to make.
All right, let's do it.
All right. So,
Seat
seat,
landing to feet,
feet,
tuck jump,
tuck jump,
half turn,
half turn.
straddle.
Okay. Let's go. Seat landing, up to feet, tuck jump, turn. This one, and then motorbike.
Motorbike. Yeah.
How'd I go?
Good job. That was so good.
So much fun.
So much fun.
Now I know why you've been doing this for 17 years and you've been doing it for 10 years. It's addictive.
It is a bit addictive.
Yep. Did I pass level 1?
You passed.
Awesome.
Awesome.
That's
Very
fantastic.
good.
So a few tries, a few little stumbles, but I got there in the end.
Yep, I think we're ready to go to the pit and do some flip.
I'd love to do some flips.
Yep, let's
Let's
go.
All right. So this is a foam pit, yeah?
Yep, this is the foam pit. So we've got lots of small squishy blocks for you
Yep.
to land on.
Okay.
Make the landing a little bit softer.
Awesome. And Dom, I believe you're going to show me a trick that I'm going to learn today on the foam pit? Yeah. All right, let's get into it. Watch this, kids. What? You want me to learn that, Dom? Goodness me.
I think we might start with something a little bit more simpler today.
I think that's a good idea,
Yeah,
Kyra.
just to get into it.
Yep. All right, so where do we start? What should I do? Front flip, forward flip? Where would you recommend the kids start when they come over to the foam pit for the first time?
Usually the first flip that we teach is a front summy, so a forward flip,
Yep.
and we always do it in a tuck shape.
Goodness me.
But you just learnt your tuck shape on the trampoline, so it should be easy.
Oh, of course it's going to be easy. Not sure about that, but hey, let's give it a go. So what are some things to remember when you're teaching your first front summy?
So when you're doing your very first front summy and any front summy after that, you always want to think about having straight arms on takeoff. And then when you jump out and you leave the trampoline, you want to think about flipping your bottom over your head to make your tuck position.
Wowee.
So you jump up, straight arms, and then you push your bottom over your head to make a nice tight tuck.
Okay. All right.
Let's see what you got.
Now, Dom, I saw that you did a few jumps before you actually launched into the foam pit.
Yep.
Is there a certain amount of bounces I should do?
Maybe do 3 to 4 jumps,
Okay.
and make sure you're taking off just in front of that red line there.
Okay. All right. Let's go, kids. Let's see if we can do a front summy. Whee! I think I forgot everything you told me as I jumped.
Not bad for the first one though.
You've got to start somewhere.
Absolutely, got to start
Alright.
somewhere.
Let's try that again, shall we? Front summy coming up.
Fingertips to the roof. Yeah, nice. That was a much better tuck shape. Yeah, that was heaps
good.
better.
This is so much fun. Now that front summy was super fun.
Yep.
Got a little bit better on the second try. Yeah.
Yep.
Now, what about if I go in backwards? Real back summy. Do you think I'm up for that?
Yeah, but we'll just learn it safely.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand spot you, and I'm going to help you over.
Okay.
Yep, so we make sure that you finish your flip safely.
Makes
Okay.
sense to me.
Yeah.
Safety first, as always, kids.
So what you're going to do is I'm going to stand here, I'm going to put my hand on your back,
Yep.
and then when you do your back flip, you're going to lift up your knees and then
Yep.
I'm going to help your knee to flip over backwards.
Okay,
Okay?
cool.
You have to have your arms up like this,
Yep.
and we're going to do 4 jumps, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to go on go, which is the 4th jump.
Okay,
Okay? Sound good?
sounds good to me.
Yep. Feel
All
ready?
right, let's get into it.
All right. And 1, 2, 3, go. Nice.
Very good.
Beautiful touch shape.
Awesome.
That was awesome.
I love this. What a sport. Kids, come down and get involved in trampolining because this is seriously good fun. Ugh. Now, what's next? I think I've probably reached my limit in terms of what I can do.
I mean, day 1, you've done fantastically.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Now, I reckon that you two have got some impressive tricks up your sleeve, and I reckon the kids at home would love to see it. Do you want to do some here, or do you want to go over to the trampoline?
We might head over to the trampoline and
All right.
show you some flips.
Sounds good to me.
All right, let's go.
All right, take it away, Kyra. Nice! Whoa! Whee! That is so impressive. All right, here goes Dom, the Dominator. Literally almost touching the roof. Whee! Wowee, that's incredible. Mate, you can see the years and years of dedication and passion that you guys have put into this sport, and that's why you are 2 of Australia's best and the best in the world. Thank you so much for showing me an introduction to trampolining. It's been certainly a lot of fun.
Thank you for coming out and jumping with us today. It's been lots of fun.
It has been plenty of fun.
It's so great. We need more people to come and try. So
Yeah.
thank you for giving it a go.
Absolutely, thank you so much. And I wish you both all the very best in your upcoming competitions, and massive fingers crossed to make the Australian Olympic team.
Thank you.
Who knows, kids, next Olympics, keep an eye out because you might see these 2 guys jumping for Australia. How good would that be? In the meantime, get down, give it a go. Who knows, you might be just as good as these 2 one day. Until then, stay keen. I'm getting them back on here, and I'm going to keep practicing.
Ozzie, 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 oi! Ozzie is a friend of yours and he's a friend of mine.
G'day Ozzie. G'day Ozzie. G'day Ozzie. G'day Ozzie. G'day.
G'day kids, Ozzie here. Now who else really enjoyed that trampoline lesson with Dominic and Kyra? Aren't they super talented? 2 of the best trampoline athletes in Australia. Now kids, we're going to enjoy a book together about another person that loves trampolines. This book is called The Trampolines That Nadia Built. And it's written by Darren C. Ong and illustrated by Angie Neo. Nadia gazed at the moon. It shone and shimmered all over. How I wish I could go there, she thought aloud. But how? At that very moment, the wise owl cried out with a loud hoot. I have seen acrobats use trampolines to jump high in the sky. You can do the same. That's an idea. Nadia went straight to work. In no time, she had built a trampoline out of a hula hoop and silver duct tape. She climbed onto it and began to jump. But she did not go very high. The next day, Nadia built another trampoline using bamboo sticks and a red rubber mat. This time, she went higher, but it was still not high enough. Not quite high enough to reach the moon. Nadia spent the next few days building more trampolines. She built one that was big, and another that was strong, and then another that was tall, until she had built the biggest, strongest, and tallest trampoline of them all. Nadia climbed carefully to the very top and jumped. She bounced and bounced and bounced, and higher and higher and higher she went, but still she could not reach the moon. Disappointed, she dragged her feet home. The next morning, Nadia woke to a loud thumping sound. There, outside her door, stood the lazy orangutan. "Could I please have your red bamboo trampoline?" he asked cheerfully. "I can use it to pluck juicy rambutans off the trees." Nadia simply nodded yes. The orangutan had barely left when the limping leopard appeared. "Could I please have your yellow rattan trampoline?" she asked in a sweet, purring voice. "I need it to store my food in the trees." Nadia nodded yes again. Nadia had not been inside for long when she heard a commotion. The animals had gathered near her window and were talking very loudly. "We love your trampolines," they all cheered. "Can we have them?" Since Nadia had no use for her trampolines now, she was quick to give the animals trampolines of their choosing. That's kind, isn't it? Soon, all the animals were bouncing happily. How cool. Meanwhile, the wise owl noticed Nadia staring at the moon. "Poor Nadia," he sighed. "How can we help her?" He thought about how acrobats not only bounce on trampolines, they also flip and throw each other high up in the air. "That's it," he cried. Owl's idea soon spread among the animals. "Come on, Nadia," they all called out. "We will get you to the moon." And before Nadia could ask how, the cheeky otter pulled her onto his trampoline and flipped her into the air. There Nadia was, going higher and higher, tossing and turning, flipping and twisting, till all of a sudden, she landed on the moon. And boy, was she happy. How good is that? Nadia tried to get herself to the moon using the trampolines, but she needed some help from some friends, didn't she? The animals that she had so kindly lent her trampolines to. What a great little book, kids. I hope you've learnt lots about trampolining. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's inspired you to go and have a bounce on a trampoline. We'll see you on our next video. And until then, stay keen. Hey kids, did you have lots of fun today watching Ozzie? I hope so. Did you know that we've got a heap of Ozzie episodes on our YouTube channel? If you haven't already, go back and have a scroll through. I reckon you'll find some others that you absolutely love. And while you're there, why don't you hit subscribe? That way you won't miss out on any of our new videos that we bring out. We'll see you again soon, kids. Until then, stay keen. Oh, and by the way, did you happen to find the hidden Ozzie icon in that video? Yeah, make sure you look closely because they're in every single video. That's right. Stay keen, kids.
Ozzie, 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 oi! Ozzie is a friend of yours and he's a friend of